The honorable judges and opposition team that I respect, I stand here as an affirmation team, agreeing to our debate motion at this time regarding scholarships that are only intended for people with financial needs. From its our understanding, scholarships are allowances given to students as financial assistance for studying. Currently, the government makes a lot of donation to its citizens, which are then also referred to called scholarships. At this time, the government considers to the poor factor as the main consideration in providing scholarship to its people. In order to support the program, the government disburses large funds for scholarship for those who fall into the poor category. Regardless of the circumstances, if the student can show evidence stating that he or she is poor, then the student is entitled to a scholarship. We can see from the various registration requirements that we often encounter. One of the requirements to join the scholarship program is for families who are less off financially. But with the following condition, many people try to do things that we don't want. For example, they manipulate their financial existences so that they get free for pretending to be poor. Actually, this can be detrimental to the organizer because actually the scholarship program is intended for the underprivileged so that they can try a more decent education and attract so many talented students or students to advance our nations. The scholarship itself actually has the meaning of capital of intelligence. In other words, with knowledge, but it is hampered by funds that do not allow for continuing school fees. The scholarship program must be considered to whom it will be given because so many people who even come from rich background try to take opportunities for those who really need it. This condition is quite worrying because actually students who come from rich backgrounds can meet their education costs independently. So this can be very mutually beneficial relationship and neither. There is a story where a famous novel book writer named Andrea Hirata tells about his life experience which is the same as this case, namely being hindered by education due to inadequate finances. But because he is a person who has a bunch of idea and strong desire, he finally got a scholarship abroad at one university in England named Savile Hallam University. He also appealed to rich people not to take part in the scholarship because the rich people could be able to send themselves to school. On this occasion, the scholarship program was used a mere prestige to look very cool. Even though the scholarship program was only intended for those who really need it, scholarships are also actually given selectively to students because if the student comes from underprivileged family but doesn't have the enthusiasm to learn, instead it becomes a burden, he should pay more attention. For the example made for spree and others. So basically the scholarship program is given to students who really need it because it is hindered by family finances. But it goes back to the personnel of each prospective scholarship recipient, which should be done more strictly, selectively in order to attract students who really want to compete in the world of education in Indonesia.